November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Los Angeles Chargers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. Leading the charge will be their quarterback. Always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Got an open man, that's David Njoku, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Room here to run. Look at this. Big gain. It's picked up by the Titans. We got an injury timeout, and that's the man you do not want to see down on the ground. Deshaun Watson, slow to get up. More from L.A. in a moment. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Back at the 24-yard line.
And his first carry, he loses the football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Alex Highsmith with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now they run the option on 2nd down.
Dashing off defenders. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back, because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
On 1st and 10, Watson. This one complete to Scott Miller. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. From the red zone now, Watson. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Back to throw, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead.
Chargers 3, Titans nothing.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
26-yard line.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin.
That's a full race. The 20. Touchdown, Titans.
Complete to number 14.
DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Titans have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
LA set to take over again on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. from the gun. Here's Watson. Now he steps away. Oh, the ball is in. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
On the play.
Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on,
We'll
man.
go with desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
8-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Well, if they can execute the run-pass option like that, it puts the defense in a really, really tough spot.
The running ability of Kyler Murray makes defensive coordinators and players crazy because essentially now you have an extra running back there. So if he keeps it, you've got a problem. If he hands it inside, you're probably not ready for it because you have all your focus back on number one.
On 2nd and 9, Murray is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They're going for it. It's Murray. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
Now that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No.
Tackle made at his own.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Watson. And his throw here is incomplete. A.J. Dillon, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
From the gun. Watson. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
It's fielded at the 45. Well, not only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job seeing he got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
And that's what
now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he is all the way up past the 25.
unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
On second down, Dillon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Chargers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
At their own 40.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, 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 and that's the hard part.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Watson looks to throw again. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Again, it's Watson. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Scotty Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Murray. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Murray now on first down. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
3 yards to go.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaac Young in there to pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down. Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Ball carrier. He's brought down at the 30.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute. But first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. And it's the Raiders who have the lead in the second quarter. DeMarcus Robinson, a touchdown reception. From there, we head east to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. A 2-touchdown victory, 31-17, the final. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Snap comes to Murray at 1. And the the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, all the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
A loss of 11 yards.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Shotgun now from Murray. The ball away, and it falls incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. On 2nd and 10, Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's full. He's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, Watson.
He dumps this off to Dillon underneath.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A.J. Dillon.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And some space here. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A.J. Dillon with touchdown number 7 on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having a pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not in the team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Murray eluding the pressure right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Escaping the pressure right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. That'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's Murray from midfield. And he comes back with one complete.
The pass.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Touchdown, Titans!
Murray's pass complete to number 14, DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. Watson on first down. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34-yard line. They give to Dillon out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They run once more with Dillon. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
The line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. There goes a 42, making a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Alex Highsmith there on the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
At the 34-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. with the score.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Murray throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. DK Metcalf. 29 yards. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. He's been a frequent target, and with catches like that, one-handed in the end zone, I'd keep going his way.
And he's doing it every which way, isn't he? 2 hands, and in this case, we just saw it with 1 hand. Almost reminds me of a great return of service guy in tennis. No matter how you whack it at him, it comes back at you. In this case, it just envelops it and brings it in.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Harrison Butker is set to
now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it'll be second down.
25-yard line.
Throwing again is Watson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
At the 36-yard line.
From the gun, Watson. That could be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Miller.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
To 2nd and 10.
Watson, off play action. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fuller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 44-yard line.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To the air yet again, Watson. And that'll be complete to Dillon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Second and
3. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory. You've got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift, that takeaway. Even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Operating from the gun, Murray. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that Murray fighting, lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. Back to throw. Murray going for Metcalf on the deep. And got his man complete. 20, 10, touchdown Titans.
Murray's pass complete to DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf, 83 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. You can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
No problem there on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
So Deshaun Watson in the offense. Down by 11, a minute 40 remaining. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. Now a first down throw. Watson. Miller on the catch over the middle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. That catch good for only a couple. Watson trying to get his guys moving. And it is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Watson. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Chargers Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Tennessee score.
Harrison Butker is set to...
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Watson. Popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. Flushed out right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. They'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well.
Today's final.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tennessee, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire